Hey guys, so I'm back and I made a tutorial for you for the strobing effect for oily skin. So this is what it looks like, and I hope you guys enjoy, and if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. Mwah. Guys, we're going to start off with a very clean face here, and what I'm going to use to prime my face is the BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. This is going to keep our skin nice and matte while we want that light to bounce off our skin. Alright, and the foundation we're going to go in and use is the BECCA Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. This is going to ensure that the bad shine stays away and the strobing shine is full force. The brush I'm going to put the foundation on with is a MORPHE M492 brush, and I absolutely love this brush. It's amazing. Alright, I'm going to get in there and use the concealer, the Naked Skin Concealer in the color Light Neutral. This works really well with what I'm doing here. I'm just going to go ahead and pre-highlight everything, and then once I put that strobing highlight on top, it's just going to pop. Alright, and I'm going to go in and blend out those edges of that concealer I just put on with a Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge. I feel like this beauty blender tops them all, and for a good price, guys. So what I'm doing here, I'm going back in with that MORPHE M492 brush, foundation brush, and just making sure all of that concealer is blended in very well. Here I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing foundation brush, and I'm going to put my Chanel bronzing cream on the hollows of my cheeks and my temples and the top of my forehead, just so the areas that I highlighted and put the strobing cream on will definitely shine. After I get that bronzing cream on my skin, I'm going to go back with that Real Techniques beauty sponge and make sure all the edges of the highlight and the bronzer are blended out. And here I'm going to go in with our DERMABLEND setting powder just to make sure everything stays put, and just to ensure myself that the foundation will last and our face will look flawless for the entire day. And here I'm going to grab my Anastasia contour palette, and I'm going to just dip my brush into one of the darker shades just to put a light darkening shade into the hollows of our cheeks, just to ensure that that strobing really does pop on our cheekbones. The brush I'm using to put that contour on is from the Real Techniques line. It's the Fluffy Blush Brush. Say that 10 times fast. And here's the part where I go in and prime my eyelids. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the color or shade Eden. This is really going to ensure me that the product that I put on my eyelids will last all day long. And let me tell you, sister, it ain't going nowhere. And back to the Anastasia contour palette, I'm going to use the banana shade that we have in that palette And for the brush I'm going to use the Morphe S11 just to pop that banana shade all over our lid. And what I'm doing here, guys, is just knocking off the excess powder that we put on our face earlier, just so we can go ahead and finish up the last bit of our steps. You guessed it, it's blush time. I'm going in with a MAC Rosy Blush color, and then I'm using a angled brush that I bought from a drugstore. Alright, and here it is, guys, the star of the show. What I'm using to strobe our face today is the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Pearl. So I'm just going to be dabbing this beauty on the tops of my cheeks, a little bit under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, the middle of my forehead, and just a tiny little bit on the middle of my chin. Back in with the Real Techniques blah, blah, Beauty Sponge, just to make sure that that's really blended in well into my skin. I'm also going to pop some of that Shimmering Pearl Perfector on the eyelids. I want to put all of the shimmering on the spots where light naturally hits your face, and maybe in a couple spots where it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to go in with just a little bit more Shimmering Perfector on my Morphe MB27 pencil brush, just on the inner corners of my brow and just extending it to the tail. And yes, girl, you already know, it is time for the lashes. I'm going to be using my tried and true mascara by Rimmel. It is the Accelerator Endless Fiber Mascara, the best mascara the drugstores can ever put out. And then I'm going to go in and do my brows. I'm going to be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Auburn. And I'm going to go in and pop on some eyelashes. The ones I'll be using are from the Ardell Wispy line. You can get them at any drugstore, CVS, Walmart. I do believe I got mine at Ulta. They're pretty inexpensive and they just look so good with any look, just so natural and pretty. I love them. What I'm going to be using to line my waterline is the MAC Costa Riche eyeliner. This is probably the best brown eyeliner I have, like hands down, the best. Last and certainly not least, I'm going to go in and pop this little baby on my lips, the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. Just going to go ahead and seal the deal and finish up this look. Alright guys, and here it is, the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.